Hello all, welcome back to the channel. This is me, Nexion, and which we bring you episode 4 of my No Man's Land Survival Challenge. If it's you want to see, then please stay tuned. Here we are on No Man's Land for episode 4, and as you can see, we are ready to harvest our soybeans, so this episode should be a real money maker for us, I think. Let's have a look how far our fields are ready. I'm not too sure. Actually, yeah, these two fields are well ready. That one's ready, and the top field is about half ready. But so I think if we start down here, work our way up, hopefully later on, by the time we've done these three, that should be ready to harvest. So yeah, I think that's going to be the main plan for this episode, is get some harvesting done. Now I need to, oh, I was going to say where I put the harvester to, but it's right there in front of me. Actually, since this one's already down here, let's just lower you like so. Unfold the harvester, and let's go. Not sure how much money we're going to make off of this. We have fertilized. I think I've limed this field. I'm not too sure. I've got to double check. But if we have fertilized and lined, yeah, I think if I just get the hedgerows done first, then we should be okay, I think. Yeah, I think for next one I won't go as close to the edge, I think. But yeah, I think hopefully with the amount of money we're going to make, we can actually afford that new tractor I've been on about for the last, well, 2 episodes mainly. Ooh, it's a bit bumpy here. I think we might, yeah, it's a bit very slopey here it is, so I might, depending on how much money we make, I might do a tiny bit of terrain editing, because see, we're missing a bit of crop already. But yeah, let's get that new tractor done, because we have got some. What are we hitting? Oh, that tree. I might cut that tree down. Yeah, if I cut some of these trees back, only like the first, yeah, literally that first row here, then obviously I think, I know it's a shade. I thought they were withered there for a sec. No, there's just let's turn the times 5 on as I've been usually running this at. Yeah, then the mist. Yeah, these trees need to go before we do anything else with this field. But yeah, hopefully this field should be making us some money. I think all fields should. They're a decent amount of size. And with 4 fields to start off with, yeah, one thing I think we might have to do is get a better combine. Or what I may do, I know it's not really as with the survival etiquette as say, might get a harvester that has got the tool, able to use a tool control height mod. So then rather than just meandering at 6 miles an hour, we can go 12, 15 miles an hour. Actually, let's have a quick look in the store. Let's turn you off so I don't really waste any engine. Let's turn the times down to 1 just for this bit. Which harvester we got? We've got the John Deere 6200 OM. That's what, got a 3900 litre capacity, so yeah, let's look at a better harvester. We could go with the TX32. How much is that? 100 grand. Could go with the classes. What's the capacity at? 8,000 litres. I was not looking at these ones. Ooh, could go with a John Deere 9650. That's 15 miles an hour. That's 11,000, so 12,000 litres, let's just say. Oh, we could just go 9600. Yeah, I think might as well just go with this one, saving a bit of money. Same capacity, but it's got a 630F header. So let's have a quick look at the headers. Have I got only 625X, 645D? So 630F is a 9.1 meter header. I'm not going to risk it off getting that one because I don't think it will fit. Plus, well, it's a bit expensive, so we could sacrifice working with from 9.1 to 7.6. We're using what, 1.5 meters? Yeah, 1.5 meters, which is what, 3. So yeah, we're losing a fifth of capacity, but with this tool height control, we can go at top speed of 50 miles an hour compared to this one, which is at 6 miles an hour. So even though we're losing a fifth of working width, we're going 225% faster, or 2.25 times faster. So yeah, I think we'll go with that. So, but in total for all that, we need about 120 grand. Plus the 30 grand we already need, or 40 grand for the new tractor. Don't think we're going to make that money in this episode alone. I don't think it's going to be at least a couple of episodes before we get the new combine, but you can see where it just slopes down here. Yeah, I think it might be worth just leveling this field off. It's going to cost us about a couple of grand perhaps, so I've got to be careful with that though. So let's just get this bit here done so I didn't have to mess about with this area. Yeah, planting it and plowing it wasn't that much of an issue, but I think with combine it is really struggling with these slopes, especially if it looks so steep that is. So yeah, I think we'll miss some crop. As well, this is quite slow as well, working wise. It's just takes forever to just go forward and backwards. I don't have the stop go braking thing on because it's just, yeah, it's more realistic, but it's, for general casual playing, it's a bit of a faff and a pain in the rear end. Man, we're still missing that. I should just open the help window, open up a sec. Yeah, he's already at his maximum depression, if that's the word for it. The maximum, or the lowest it will go, basically, what I'm trying to say. Okay, we've got that now, so it could have been just a little glitch, I don't know. It's just been the positioning. I really do not know. Turn that back up to ×5. Just got to remember that. But yeah, we are slowly making progress. So what I would do, I will continue on with this, and yes, I will bring you lot back, just do a little quick time lapse of me just getting these fields done, and hopefully we can buy our new tractor afterwards. back all, and wasn't planning on bringing you back this late or this soon into the harvest because I want to get all this done and then sell the crop. But if you notice here, the cost of soybeans are starting to drop. It was at 1024 all day long. I was keeping an eye on it, and I was hoping it would stay until at least the morning, but guessing that's not going to be the case. So we're just going to sell all the soybeans we have got. But yeah, I did time that second part of the harvest very well because I was just once half of it, I was just messing around and getting into position, fast forwarding time, and hopefully like magic. I would have liked to say that was intentional, but it wasn't. But yeah, current cost of soybeans is 1022, so we've got at this time 16,000 litres, so that should bring us about obviously £16,000, so about £17,000 I think. Oh no, not 17, about 16.3, 16.4, something like that. So hopefully I am really hoping by the end of this harvest we should have enough money to get a new tractor, something at least 100 horsepower is the goal for us. And obviously the price is that low because obviously we're playing on hard difficulty or hard economy, so 8177, so yeah, about 16.3ish, 16.4 I said, didn't I? But yeah, the current price is 102, but if I put that back to normal, if I get to the right place, 18 grand, which is a very good price for soybeans, but we're putting a challenge on ourselves. Obviously how much I'd like to put on normal, but this is a survival challenge and sometimes things don't always go your way. You don't have the luxury of beautiful crop prices. So yeah, to us at the moment we are at the pinnacle point of soybean harvest. I don't think on hard difficulty it will get more than 1024, maybe 103, but yeah, definitely not more than 103 I don't think. Most I've seen soybeans in normal prices it's like £1,900, something like that, per 1,000 litres. So, but obviously we can have a little quick. Let's just get it straight first before we could look about what we can plant next. Get it straight. Canola's looking good. Well, at the moment it's not as good, but hopefully the price of that goes up because at the moment oats is outbeating it. And the price of oats at the moment is at the rough price it should be. Canola's taking a real hit, and I'm just thinking if I plant soybeans again, the price is going to drop after I sell all these soybeans, which is going to be about roughly 25,000 litres, which is okay, which is an okay amount. 25,000 litres, not the best yield. Actually, did check. Didn't need lime and all that. Yeah. Ooh, ouch! Ow! 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 That hurts. Someone called a medic. That's why, kids, you should never be on your phone and drive. I could make it so easy for myself. Just detach it like that. I swear I don't crash on purpose. I know it seems like every episode I crash at least 10 times, but also I think that's some seeds we got there still. Might just quick check that. £172, so we lost £5 that time round just by going to and from the farm. But yeah, what I'll do, I'll get all this rest of soybeans loaded up, get whatever's left in the harvester show up, then we'll just do another little quick time lapse of me finishing off the harvest. I'll show you some screenshots, or I'll show you a little clip of me selling the soybeans, and then I think we'll call it a day because it's getting pretty late now. Been a long day of harvesting, so what, 12 hours we've been going for? Not 12 hours, a few hours at least. I can't remember what time we actually started to harvest, so. But yeah, I'll get all that and I will see you all in a sec. Hello, welcome back, and as you can see we've been pretty busy. Obviously we harvested and sold everything till about what, 8 o'clock or so. The price of soybeans did drop to like £990 per 1,000 litres, and if we have a look this morning it dropped all the way down to 652. Obviously there's some soybeans still in the silo, but 608 litres, it wasn't really worth it much. So yeah, obviously looking at this, what could we go for next? I'm thinking canola next is probably best. I know soybeans will rebalance, but I think canolas could be a good option for us. Obviously the money has dropped by £2,000. That's because I bought 5 big pallets of soybeans, not soybeans, lime. Yes, yeah. So I got had 4 in there and had 1 in the trailer. Got this adapter because I accidentally sent that back to the shop. So yeah, and also I have been busy. I've chopped some trees down, you can just see in the distance, and I think the plan is going to be sell those trees and then we can buy our new tractor. This one I want, first of all, it's costing us 25 grand, so we just need that extra couple of grand. Obviously we can sell this tractor if we fancied. How much could we get from this tractor? Sorry, yeah, 6 grand. So yeah, if you do get enough money from this, I can get a Fiat, which with the 185 horsepower engine will cost us 40 grand, or 40,700 or 800. So yeah, one thing I did forget is put the rear weight on, because we will definitely need that weight. I'm not going to use that trailer to transport the wood, because with those slats on the front and back, you're literally restricted to what size of timber you can put on. But yep, we've got a few bits. We did chop down one of each front row, and I did accidentally do 3 trees in the second row inwards, so, and they were the long trees, because some of these trees are absolutely huge. So yeah, what we're going to do now is just basically gather all this up, sell all this lumber, and just see how much money we can get. Obviously, remember, we're still on hard difficulty, and I know this game loves to screw me over when it comes to the pricing of wood chips, like taking half a tree and give us a buckle for it. So I'll also see how this first load does. If the prices are too stupid, I may just up it to normal and yeah, just get some money from that, like that. Ooh, definitely on the limits what we can carry, but we'll see that. See, the rear wheels is just starting to spin. Yeah, I think, yeah, yeah, we're struggling for grip. It's sort of sliding sideways. So yeah, that will be it for this little first load. Obviously, try to keep it up, like so. Yeah, this ain't a really good idea. Also, yeah, I did say I was going to do a bit of terrain editing here because you can just see the slope up here ain't too bad, and if it was smooth on the way down, I wouldn't as mind it. But oh, Slidey McGuinness here, very Slidey McGuinness here. Oh damn, can't lift these trees up. I think if I can get just a couple. I've really never been a fan of doing it this way, but if I can, it'd be best because obviously it would take more depending on. Oh no, it's going to go straight up. I'm taking those two. Yeah, £600. That is just stupid. That is. So yeah, I am going to put on normal. I know this is sort of going against the survival challenge way of things, but that is beyond ridiculous. That is. That's just a rip-off and a half. That is. I know how much wood chips sell for in real life, and even on hard, that's yeah, absolutely ridiculous price. So yeah, we're gonna get these not branches, these little tree logs here. Obviously, if normal is too much, then I will just take some money out of the account. That's not going to be an issue for us, I don't think. Taking money out of the account, just see some vehicles like so. Okay, that's more realistic. Yeah, that's a better price. Yeah, that's a lot better, a lot more fair, more of a fair price for wood chips. I say, obviously, if people disagree, comment down below, and I will take money out the account. In next, well, probably not next episode because I am planning on doing this episode and next episode very close together because I want to on Sundays get like a double episode out, not off the same series, different series of course. But obviously today is Friday the 12th and I was going to do a double episode load today because I started recording this episode at about 9 o'clock this morning, but for some reason Google was playing up with me and it sort of pretty much locked me out of my account, so I had to spend 3 hours getting that all sorted because I didn't want to really go and record a bunch of episodes and all to have I can upload 2 of them, I can upload none of them even. Yeah, it sucks a bit, but it's just how it is sometimes with Google. The reason why they shut me out because I use as a VPN. That's like how most people should be using nowadays, but that's just my tech opinion on things. But yeah, so sometimes I ping from the USA, sometimes I ping from like Sweden or Germany, and obviously logging in constantly, Google doesn't like that. Because if 1 minute you're in Sweden, next thing you're in, I don't know, China, then next minute you're in the USA, they're thinking someone's going to hack your account, which is fair, which is understandable. It just sucks, it does, but that's just how it is sometimes, unfortunately. Like these bits of wood here. Oh, really on the limit here, but yeah, I think we should get another couple of grand out of this. I will probably take a £1 grand or a £2 grand deficit at the account if I don't spin this thing first. Oh, that was close. Ooh, yeah. This thing doesn't like to do turns with a bunch of timber in the air, which is to be expected. If I was this little front fork, this little track, little red Massey, I wouldn't like this. Let's just drop this and see what happens. Ugh. Could have gone worse. That could have gone a lot worse. Actually, that's probably more of a fair price. Yeah, I think. Yeah, get the Fiat. I think, because with the 185 horsepower engine, I'm future-proofing myself. Because with a 185 horsepower engine, even like some of the Cedars I want, they require like 170, 160 horsepower. So actually, no, 160 for two of them. If I want to do a tandem. Going in. Come on, get in. There. How much we're gonna get for that? Yeah, reasonable price, but yeah, what I do now, I'll continue collecting some of this wood and I will bring the lot back when we are done. Welcome back all, and we are nearly done with all this lumber, and we are at nearly 49 grand, which is right where I want it to be, because the tractor I want to get is going to cost us 40,800, and to get the front loader attachment for it, it's going to cost us another 8 grand, I think it is. Not too sure top of my head. I think it's like 7, 8 or 9 grand. And also, whilst I was thinking, just looking at this, I'm thinking, why not merge these two fields together? So see if I can get rid of that rock one way or another. There's two ways of doing it. There's a slightly cheaty way of doing it, and there's the terrain editing way of doing it. The cheat way is to buy, let's see, where to, this and here. Obviously I'll cheat money in, and somewhere here there's two posts, and if you cut them down, one is to get rid of the rocks and one is to get rid of all the trees. So ideally I would do it without doing the cheaty way, but if I have to, I have to. To be honest, rocks ain't too bad. Some rocks do add aesthetics, like that rock over there. Just get zoom the camera a bit. That behind those trees, that's a good aesthetic. But like that rock there is not really, or at least not to me, it's not really aesthetically appealing, if that makes sense. Don't know if it does. It does, it does, it does, it doesn't. But yeah, I think we'll end the episode with me just ploughing the fields. I think once I've ploughed and bought the tractor and get close to my time limit for this episode, and then the next episode will be seeding, fertilizing, and that's the thing with these tractors. This has served us really well. It's nearly done 9 hours on the clock, and obviously I've been asking a lot of it. See all the mud we've kicked up with just, I think it's just wheel spinning constantly. Obviously you don't have to get rid of this big bag attachment, because obviously it's part of the front loader pack thing. Obviously, like, I probably won't get rid of this tractor, but I'll get rid of the weight to get bigger weights. And yeah, I think, yeah, keep the tractor, get rid of the weights, sell the front loader of this, because I only need one front loader, because there's only one of me. Are you going to cooperate? Yes you are. But remember, I've got to take £2 out of my account because some of these trees have been okay, like these ones have been okay. Other ones, they have paid a bit more than they should have. That's just me kicking, well, it's me being like picky, kicking myself a bit, but I am a picky person at the best of times, so sometimes I can get all this in perfectly fine when I'm off camera, but when I'm on camera, it just does not want to cooperate. Ugh. Yeah, I think this will get done shortly. I'll get the other pieces of wood first, then I'll sort that out once we get back. But yeah, I think one thing I will talk about, also I did talk about in my last episode, is my PC. At the moment it's going okay, my friend. He's got the case, he's got the motherboard, he's got the RAM, the storage, that's all fitted. At the moment we're just waiting on for the graphics cards and the monitors. Because one I'm going for 2 MSIs. Can't remember, don't know what actually model it is, but it's a 24-inch, and it's got a not 4K, 1440p resolution. I think it's, yeah, it's not a 1080p. I think it's 1440p, something like that, at 165 hertz. Just double checking here. I'll make sure I'm not missing any pieces of wood. Sorry for coughing. But yeah, I think it's all going on too well. I think it should be ready within a couple of weeks, depending on when this graphics card doesn't get here. At the end of it, I did upgrade, spend a bit more money than I really need. I went with a 3080, and they are absolutely rare as hell to get at the moment. But I managed to find a place online in Germany who has one for sale. It'll take about a week or two to get here because of COVID and that. That's just how it is sometimes. Hopefully soon we'll return back to normal. But I certainly do try to live as normal as possible. I don't let all this COVID stuff get to me. Because, yeah, there's not really much point to it. It's just live life as you can do. We ain't got one life, it's try to live as much as you can. That's my mentality of it, and yeah, I've been coping well. FS19, that's probably one of well, I'm not going to go there with that, but that's one thing that does brings a lot of time for me to game, and obviously between content creating and just playing FS19 on my own personal saves, really does occupy the time. Currently I'm playing on Lone Oak, and that's got about 50 hours on it at the moment. Over the last 2 weeks I've been playing that map. So yeah, it's not the most in 2 weeks, but with doing all of this, as well as just own personal stuff with physio and all that going on, due to ongoing health concerns, well, not health concerns, but health implications, because I was involved in, for those who knew me, involved in a bike accident a couple of years back, involved in a head-on collision with a transit van, and surprisingly I lost. The transit van did win at the end of that, but yeah, long story short, still having to go with physio for my neck and back, which is not ideal because at the end of the day I'm only recently turned 24, so yeah, the accident was nearly 3 years ago, actually. 3 years next month, March the 20th. But anywho, that is that. And now we've got 52 grand to our name. And what I'm going to do now, we're going to get all this to the shop, and I'll bring you lot back once we are at the shop. Here we are, and yes, let's start selling some of this equipment, shall we? Let's put this down here. And then let's attach you. And we'll sell you. so. And now let's buy a tractor, shall we? Okay, small tractors, not that Fiat. This one, the 1000 series, I'm going for all-wheel drive. Okay, 1300 DT. Front loader attachment. Exhaust. Yeah, let's go for white tires. Yeah, let's go for that. Actually, there's one thing I want to have a look at, see how much it's going to cost. It's a front 3-point linkage. Where is it to? Not as TLX stuff, not a broom. Front lifter adapter. Oh, no, we can't afford that. Front loader. Go with this one. The FZ 60. We'll go with the orange. And we've got £1,000 left. I know I said I was going to sell £2,000. Well, not sell £2,000. What am I talking about? Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to sell that Massey. Sorry, Massey. You've been a well valuable asset to the team. But to be honest, I don't really actually have much use of it. Actually, no, it might help if I actually sell some of this equipment I've got. Repair you. Sell. Repair you. Sell. Yeah, I think I'll just sell this. So, repair you. And sell. Now we can get what we need. We'll get this front 3-point linkage, or 3-point lifter is actually called. Go with the orange. And let's go with a rear weight. 29.50 for that, or how much will this cost for the maximum amount of weight? Oh, 39.50. It's got lights on it, I like it, but I think for now you'll stick with not the class, the Fendt. Again, go with orange to match the tractor. So this will all go together like so. Put Q on, lift this up. Connect to you. I will hook you like so. And that's it. That is the new part of the farm. It's turning the engine off. And yes, just look at that. Get back to the farm, I'll take a screenshot of it for the thumbnail, I think. But yeah, I'm absolutely excited. 185 horsepower. And well, 4-wheel drive, I could say what, £5,000 it was for the 2-wheel drive version, but and we can lift these double pallet of limes. What it was, I thought it was seeds. But no, it's limestone, but we are on the limit, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this back, hopefully in one piece, without this trying to kill me. We'll get some plowing done, and I think, yeah, we'll round up the episode there, I think. Here we are, and let's see how this baby can do. See this? Is that the right way, or is that the reverse way? That's the correct way. So put help menu up. Yep, make sure the fields, allow create fields is off. I just want to see how this can cope doing it the normal way. It's doing it. I'm going to do it the cheaty McGuinness way, I think. So yeah, about that length it took. It took that long to get to 6 miles an hour, I think. Doing it the cheaty McGuinness way is going to be a lot faster, I think. Let's go. Oh yeah, already at 10 miles an hour. Oh man, I love this thing. I absolutely adore this. But yeah, as I was actually thinking about getting all this to and from the shop, I was thinking rather than buy a bigger harvester, because if we're looking at how much we're going to get per harvest, we're making, depending on the crop, about 25 grand. Obviously with the lime, I think we'll probably get an extra 30% of that, which is what, 7.5 grand. So let's say 32.5 grand being hypothetical. So take us 4 harvesters, so 4 game days to get that. And then again, if we do buy it, all we're going to do is get the harvest done quicker, but we're not increasing our income. So what I'm thinking is, rather than get a new harvester, when we get our next 80 grand or whatever, yeah, 80 grand or 85 grand I think it is, buy a new piece of land. That way, yes, harvesting is going to take longer, but per harvest we're going to make more money. And if we buy field 25 or 27, then we're roughly doing the rough maths in my head. I was going to have to work it out on paper. We're getting between double to 2.5 times as much money per harvest. But that depends on the size of the fields. Or I'm going to just well, pretty much create a whole new field, one massive field. If that's the case, then probably plot 27 is the best to go for, because one, it's got less trees to deal with, and two, less of a uneven terrain. If you look at that up here, but rock here, so that is a bit of a steep, that is. And yes, I did say I was going to take 2 grand out. What I do, I think we'll actually end the episode here in a minute, because time is getting on a bit. Actually, it looks like recording we're over 45 minutes potentially after I edit all this. It's currently recording this episode. It's taken me nearly 4 hours, so a lot of that is just faffing around. So try to cut all that down to a 45-minute episode. It's not a problem with the time lapses as well. But yeah, 85 grand, get that big field. Then yes, I think we'll be plain sailing. Then we'll get the new harvester. Then we can look at getting a bigger seeder, because even though seeder's got a very good capacity, not capacity, that's the downside. The downside is the capacity of it. The good side of it is the working width. But ideally, I want something that is a direct drill, because it saves me having to buy a cultivator or having to plough every bloody time. Speaking of cultivators, if I was going to get one, I'll get the lizard one that can do 24 miles an hour, and it only costs 15 grand, I think it is. I recently did a top plough cultivator video, and I think it was 15 grand it was. So that's that option, but who knows. If you're got any ideas or suggestions, then please comment down below. And actually, I think we'll actually just wrap up the episode here. Yeah, look at time, yeah. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, feel free to comment down below, like the video, share it if you want to. I hope you have a nice day all. But for now, this is me, Next Gen Envoy Extreme, and I will see you all very soon.